Today we're going to talk about how to hire a developer to create an app for you, like a mobile app. Or really, you can also use this for any kind of digital service. So the very first step is to Google an NDA. Just find a non-disclosure agreement somewhere on Google. I mean, they're everywhere. It doesn't really matter. And the, get people who you're going to work with to sign that NDA. Okay, it's very important to get people to sign an NDA, not because you're going to sue them or anything like that, but just because it just makes them less likely to fuck with you because they signed a document. That's like the only reason you should have an NDA signed by the person you're going to work with. Okay, so are you actually gonna like act on the NDA ever? Most likely not, but it's still useful to have anyway. And what we're going to do is we're going to use Upwork to find a developer, okay? Now, this is not as easy as it sounds because I can guarantee you there's a lot more stuff that can go wrong here than most people imagine. I've hired hundreds of people in Upwork over, the last decade almost. It's actually almost been a fucking decade, yeah. And I failed most of the time, okay? But now I've actually figured out. Hopefully, you're not seeing any stuff here that I don't want to show. By the way, no one usually shows their screen like this for what I'm showing you here because it's very, very private, confidential information in here. So if I click a wrong link, then I'm going to show you a bunch of confidential information, which I don't want to. Definitely don't want to show you. So yeah, I'm actually older than I look, Martin. So we're not going to look for jobs. We're going to actually post a job. So I'm going to log in with my account, with my hiring account. Okay, and I'm going to post a job here. Okay, as you can see, I was looking for a personal assistant a while ago. So I'm looking for a short-term project. Okay, so I'm going to select this. Ah, shit. Okay, well, I'm not going to make any drawings. We're just going to go straight to Upwork. So we're logged into Upwork, and we're going to create a new job, basically. So as you can see, I've hired a bunch of people here, but we're just going to create a new one. We're not going to use a previous one. And we're looking for IT, guys, right? We're looking for IT. No, actually, mobile dev, sorry. Web and mobile dev. So game, mobile, etc. Of course, mobile. As I said, we're going to create a mobile app. So name your job posting, okay? What are we going to name it? So for example, let's imagine we're making an app to like Instagram. We're making Instagram, okay? So picture social network like Instagram. Because everyone uses Instagram, right? Everyone knows what Instagram is. So you just relate it to that, and then people will know exactly what you're talking about. So in the description here, we're going to write all the important stuff. First of all, we're going to tell them, please sign my NDA to apply to this job and send it with your application. Okay? Because they need to sign it before they talk to me, or I don't want to have problems with these people. So I'm just going to tell them, sign the NDA as you apply. Then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to tell them that here's a secret phrase to use in your application. If you don't use this phrase on top of your application, I will not read your application. Okay? So I write like a random phrase. Okay? Now these two sentences I'm actually going to put on the bottom of the briefing because I only want people to read them who've read the rest of the job description. Okay? So now we're going to do something fun. So we're going to create a mind map. What you're going to do is you're going to create this, but about your app. So you can see the first screen is the splash screen. Then after that, people go to the main page. Then there's these options on the main page and so on, right? So there's all the different pages of the app, and you can see this for Android and Apple, and you can see it on the right side, and you can see all the ways people can navigate an app from every single page. And you can see all the information, like almost everything you need to create the app here on one single page. That's what this wireframe, what I call, mind map, just to make it easier. But that's what this wireframe is actually for, what it does. And you can look up examples, of course, on Google. So mobile app mind map example, right? I'm sure you'll find a bunch. These are all for websites, I've noticed, but people, of course, use this for websites as well. And they use it for other stuff as well. But you can find these for apps as well. So find some examples and pretty much copy them. So the next thing you need to do is add the mind map to the job description, okay? Because you're going to make it so much easier for people to understand what the hell it is that you want to have created. So then you write here, see mind map to, for visual briefing, okay? Right? You tell them to look at your mind map. And then you need to write an actual description. So you put all the whole briefing in written form here in the description. So I'm looking for a mobile developer or company that has experience with picture apps. Okay? So I want a company that has already made in the past an app with pictures. It's very, very important, because if they haven't, they're gonna have a lot more problems than a company that has already done it, right? So you want someone who already has experience with this type of app, because pictures are a very specific type of app, and there's plenty of companies that have experience, and if they don't, well, fuck them. And they need to show examples. So you write, please show examples of your work, right? By the way, the mind map that I said before, I create these things in MS Paint. I don't use any special tool, but you could use a special tool. So I want to know, please answer, how long will it take? How much will it cost? Okay, I can give you 10 ideas right now that, are worth a lot of money, but no one here in the live stream is going to implement them. Do you understand? So these ideas, just forget about the whole concept that ideas are worth something, because they're not. Just forget this concept. It doesn't exist. By the way, this here, what I'm teaching you, okay, this has been used because I used to work with IT companies. This specific type of briefing that I'm teaching you has been used to make millions of dollars, okay? Okay, so look. Then you write, I'm looking to create an app that can that can that allows you to upload a picture to the app. You need to be able to have your own profile and so on, right? I read all the features that the app needs to have. Okay? Keep in mind, you don't need to write all the different screens in the app, because your mind map explains all the different screens in the app. Okay? That makes it a little bit easier for you. Let me actually make my face a little bit bigger here. Oh, shit. All right, now you can actually see me. All right, so let's see, what else do we have here? By the way, I think it's also called a wireframe, and I called mind map because, I don't know, I'm a marketer, so I just called mind map, but it's called a wireframe. So what is you guys are probably wondering, what is the going rate? Like how much should I pay for an app? How much does it cost? Now the answer to that is actually very simple. When you post it on Upwork, what's going to happen is all those people who are applying, they're going to give you different numbers, different prices. And the going rate for an app is actually kind of the average of those different prices, okay? Now, here's something very, very important. You're going to have developers from all over the world apply. If you're hiring developers, hire them from Eastern Europe, like Russia, Ukraine, Poland, and so on. Those are the best countries. Like also maybe uh, Balkan countries as well. Those are the best countries right now for the value that you get for the money, and you don't want to be working with certain other countries that deliver very low quality. So just choose and pick very carefully. Pick and choose very carefully. That being said, I don't really discriminate on country. I just noticed, just observation that I've noticed Eastern European countries, they deliver better work for less money than most other countries right now because labor is really cheap here and people are really smart and well educated and all that kind of stuff. So Russia and Ukraine are my favorite. Um, so people are going to start applying. Okay, people are going to start applying to this. It's very simple. I know you attach all the files, you complete this, and then people are going to start applying. So look how much money they've made on Upwork. So the more money they've made on Upwork, the better because they already have experience. Look at their star reviews. Look at their portfolio. Look at their profile. Like read it carefully and find out what kind of person it is, that you're talking to, and create a short list. So you're creating like a short list of your best candidates. Yes, very good, Martin, and welcome Curtis and welcome Raf. So create a short list of the best companies that you would potentially work with, and then set up calls with them. So another thing you're looking for is companies that have repeat customers. If they have like 10, 15, 20, 30% repeat customers, that's good. That's a good company most likely, okay? So screen them for that as well. So let's complete this here. This is a one-time project. It's develop why does it say develop a prototype? I don't want to develop a prototype. Develop an app. Okay, like what the hell? So another thing that you should be looking for is only work with people. Like if you're going to create an app for iPhone, make sure they own an iPhone. If they don't own an iPhone, they're not going to be good developers for iPhone. So we're looking to create for iPhone, Android, and that's it, iPad maybe. Okay. So I want to hire one freelancer. Yes. I have designs. No, I just have an idea so far. I have nothing else. And are you experienced hiring for this? Yes, I'm experienced, but you can say no if you want. So, do you need to integrate with other apps? Yes, I need, to integrate it with several other apps. And which are the most important programming languages? Actually, it depends. iPhone dev, I guess. Android dev, sorry. I would just select all of these here and iPad like that. How would you like to pay? Fixed price, okay? And my budget is, I would say, FYI, guys, an app like that, like, you want to replicate Instagram, but a simpler version of it, like a much simpler version of Instagram, would be like $4,000. So maybe, like I would write down 3,500. Okay, so I'm looking for an expert. I don't want to spend a lot of money. Not all apps cost this much, okay? This is actually a really complicated example that I showed you. So, so if you're very, very secretive about your idea, I would also only allow people from Upwork to see your app. And qualifications, you could, yeah, job success rate. Yeah, this is a good one. I would do 80% and up job success rate, actually 90% and up. Freelancer type. In this case, I don't mind agency and independent. Usually I only work with independents, but in this case, agency is fine. Um, Include rising talents? No, do not include rising talents. Hours billed on Upwork, at least 500 hours, because it's a very complicated project. Location, here, this is good, Eastern Europe, okay. And that's it, group. I don't know what this is. I've never actually selected anything here, but whatever. So screening questions. You can ask some screening questions here, but I actually already asked some screening questions in the description, so you could copy paste them here if you want. And just post the job, okay? So someone's posting here. Look for someone who you want to work with in the long run and who values quality and maintainability in their code. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So what I do with developers, I get them to write notes in the code and also give me a document with notes on how to use their code. Because another developer needs to be able to take over the project at any given moment. And I tell them that, okay? If they can't do it, it's not a good developer. And then I get them on Skype. And then, of course, after that, I interview them on Skype and I ask all kinds of questions like, show me what you've done in the past, tell me exactly how you would develop this project, and so on. So just make it like really, really hard for them to apply and really ask them a lot of questions like, what exactly would you do for me? What is the first step? What is the second step? What are the steps that you take from A to Z to deliver the whole project? How often do I need to talk to you? And so on and so forth. I would ask them all these questions. And I would also ask if he's just a reseller. I never worked with resellers ever. And if he's not a reseller, I would demand to speak with a developer. Okay, I will not work with anyone who won't let me talk to the developer. And I'll ask very technical questions. Like, you cannot lie to me. It's not possible because I'll ask technical questions. So if you don't know, if you're not technical, you can't ask technical questions. Just get a friend who's a technical guy to ask questions for you. All right, so that's pretty much it. Just hire the best guy. Other than that, and don't pay 100% upfront. Pay 25% or less upfront, preferably zero. I prefer paying zero upfront. And that's pretty much it. I just realized you guys didn't see a lot of this stuff that I just did on my screen. Let me just show you real fast. Sorry. See, I just filled this in basically, okay? Okay. So Mario's asking, should you disclose to your client that you're using freelancers? Does it matter? It could, I mean, if you're, by the way, the reason Mario is asking this is if you're selling this as a service, okay? If you're selling app development as a service, you could do it, but you don't have to. You can say just people in my company. I prefer not to. It's just like our company. It's people who work for me. It doesn't matter if it's freelance or whatever. It's my business who I work with. It's none of their business. Martin just wants to pick up chicks. That's cool. Need money for that, Martin, hopefully. So how much roughly for a working app that basically links to your social profiles and connects people based on geolocations? I really don't know, but it's between 1 and 4,000. But it depends on the features. I mean, this is not a briefing. I can't really do much with this, but you need to look at the whole feature list and between 1 and 4,000. Maybe less. I mean, I've paid like 400 for really complicated apps. Do you pay for servers or cloud services? Amazon hosting is usually used for this kind of stuff, and also Google offers hosting for apps, which is in the cloud. So I'll give you guys a bonus. Okay, you guys want to know a bonus? So let's say you want to create your own app. You don't just want to sell this as a service. You want to create your own app. Check this out. Here I'm gonna play video games. Don't worry. We're just going to go to play.google.com. We're just going to browse some apps, so like pictures. We're just going to see what's done with pictures. Let's see. By the way, the way to monetize apps is to have AdSense. I know people who make millions of dollars with AdSense. It's not very profitable unless you have millions of users of your app, but you want an app that people are going to use over and over and over. So let's look at some apps here. And what I'm looking for, there's a few things that I'm looking for. I'm looking for an app that has a lot of users, of course. And I'm looking that there's only like 1 or 2 apps in the marketplace that are highly reviewed. Does that make sense? Because that means that if you can make an app that's better, it's just going to be higher up in the rankings. Or I'm also looking for an app that, um, if you find it here, it's actually all the way down because it's not using the correct keywords, but it's actually really popular. Isn't it crazy? Look, Instagram is all the way down here, but it's maybe not the best example. I don't think this is. I need to do this on my phone, honestly. I would do this on my phone, not on a computer. But okay, whatever. So let's just browse for ideas. Okay, so I'm browsing for ideas here. Easy downloader. I wonder what that is. So easy downloader for Instagram allows you to download Instagram pictures. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So let's see. This apparently seats 41,000 people use this. 41,000 reviewers, I'm sorry, which means more people use this. So this is popular. So this is a market I'm testing right now. Okay, for example. So let's see. Instagram downloader. So this is the keyword most likely. So let's look how many of these there are. Video downloader for Instagram. Insta download, um, Insta save, Instagram, Insta save, Instagram downloader, video downloader for Instagram. Hmm. Yeah, this is like there's a million fucking people who made apps for this already. Okay, and I'll bet you that most of like a lot of these are made by the same people. So maybe this is not the best market to get into. Let's look at some other apps. Cats pictures, whatever. Change hair and eye. This is interesting. Change hair and eye color because girls like to do this shit, right? So let's look if there's a lot of apps like this. Oh my God, 167,000. But are any apps, anything that you can make for teenage girls and they actually use it, it goes viral really, really fast? Because I don't know, it's just the way teenage girls work. I guess they're responsible for making stuff go viral. So let's look at this market a little bit. Uh, Picture change hair color. Okay. Jesus Christ. There's so many of them. See, most of them are really shit reviews. That's not actually true. Hmm, like 90%, I would say. Yeah, this is interesting. See, there's not that many. This is not that much. And if you just click a random shitty one here, huh? Okay, interesting. Um, I don't like this market either. So let's try games. So here, I actually know more about the games because I used to research this. So let's try. So in games, what I found is you should try different combinations of keywords. For example, magic, no, mage and demons, for example, right? So if you could find out that there's really popular games about mages and there's really popular games about demons, you can combine those two keywords and make one game that is combined. And you rank for both keywords, right? For example, mages and demons. See, there's no game like that. You could make a game like that, and if it's good enough and you promote it a little bit, you can rank for both keywords and you can make money with that. See? So just an example. Here, we found one maybe decent idea for an app, and it took us barely any time. So now you guys know how to hire and create this. Games is a little bit more complicated, but you could still do this pretty much the same. So you know how to hire for this, you know how to have it created on Upwork, and you know how to come up with ideas. There you go. Hope that helps. Any other questions? I'm still looking for more questions if you guys have any. So hi Alex, can you make the first use of our app more easy? Users won't read a manual before they start. Oh no, who can we make the first use of our app more? How you mean? Um, have like what I like on apps when it's just one screen. After you log in with Facebook, not username. Then there's only one screen. For example, with Instagram, not Instagram, with Tinder, just like swipe left, swipe right, and there's an explanation. There's like it explains to you what to do inside the app. That's how you make it user friendly. Um, Yes, yes, animated explanation videos, they work as well. When you launch an app to the App Store or Google Play Store, do you recommend to have them free or paid? I recommend having first like a bunch of apps for free to build an audience, and then you can put ads in those free apps to send people to your paid apps later on.